We're live back out here once again, guys. A nice day out here on the lake. Let me give you guys a lay of the land. You see the sun is already shining nice and bright today. It's a nice cool breeze coming through. It's about 70 something degrees out here. So what we're gonna do is focus on catching a few fish. You guys know the routine. As you come into the chat, please drop hit the like button. Let me know that you guys are here. And introduce yourselves. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We have people tuning in from all across the United States. Actually, people from Finland, Ireland, South Africa, all of these great places, guys. So make sure you, let people know where you're from in the chat. And let's do a quick boat tour. A lot of people always ask about the boat, so I'll show you guys that. And I need to get some things cleaned up from yesterday. But let's go ahead and start off at the front of the boat. I am running an Ultrex trolling motor. Over here, this post that you see on the side, that holds the Mega 360. Up here, I'm running my Mega Live unit, so we'll be using that again today. We'll get to some of that shallow water fishing one of these days, guys. All right, and then I have my mapping running on this G2N over here. On the deck, you see all of these rods and everything I have here. So you guys were making suggestions on what baits you wanted to see me throwing, so I was going in and out of the rod locker, so I still got to put all these rods back up. I need to retie this one right here because my line broke off before I ended the day. All right, and at the back of the boat, I'm running a Mercury 250 Pro XS 250 horsepower motor, and I have 2 shallow water anchors. Believe it or not, I do use those whenever I go fishing shallow, guys. All right, and at the console, I have a Helix 10 over here, and I have a Helix 9 that is generally mounted right here, but right now it is still sitting over on the side of my seat. Haven't taken the time to get that mounted, put back up on there yet. And on the deck, once again, all of these rods, I'm going to go through and get these taken care of. One of the reasons why you do want to keep things organized, take a look at this. You see this rod right here? It's missing something. It's missing a reel. Yesterday, I stepped on this right whenever I was ending the live stream. So got to go and replace that reel. I might go and pick one up today. This was a Fluger reel. I was kind of replacing these anyway, because they started having some issues. I guess, I don't know if it's, maybe I'm rough on the equipment. Maybe I fish a little too much, who knows? But this one didn't quite make it. So the life expectancy on that is at its end. All right, so today we're gonna focus on catching a few fish, trying to get those to the boat. And as I do, I will put those on the scale, well, on the measuring board. Let me show you guys the measuring board right here. So this is the measuring board. I hold the fish up to that measuring board, let you see how big or small those fish are, and then I will put them on the scale and let you guys guess and see who can guess the weight of the fish. Yesterday we had, I think it was DL Peck Fishing. He guessed the correct weight on the fish. Well, there were actually 3 people that it was a 3-way tie, and then there was a tiebreaker between Stephen Wimpy. No, wait a second. It was who was it, guys? It was DL Peck Fishing and Mask Off Fishing were in the chat. And DL Peck Fishing actually took the win. He won $10 for guessing the weight of that fish. So we try to have a little fun with it out here, guys, as we're, fishing, enjoying the nice scenery. Let me just show it to you guys again. That sun is up there shining nice and bright. A beautiful day out here on the lake. Nice and relaxing. All right, so let's go ahead and get some things squared away first. Oh, and actually, always check the description of these videos. I always try to put information in there, whether there's discount prices on products or just anything that I think you guys can find value in. I put those links in the description, so make sure you guys always check that out. All right, want to give a quick shout out to Kevin Smith. 2 fishes. We have 2 fishes checking back in. Haven't seen you in a minute. He says, what's going on? He says, what's the good word? Yeah, man, I'm going to see what we can do for today. We have Ken back. Ken is back in the chat. All right, let's see. He says, good morning. All right, so Kevin says, tuning in from Northern Indiana. All right, yeah, go ahead and drop your locations, guys. Let's see where everybody's tuning in from today. All right, shout out to the Money Team and Stephen Dorsey. If you want to support the channel and become a member, those are the people that you hear me referring to as the Money Team. They have the badges right next to their name. Just click I think that little $ next to where you guys are putting the text messages in. Just click on that, and then you'll see where it says memberships. and they can give you it'll give you a little bit of information about becoming a member of the channel. All right, just giving you a quick rundown of things. All right, we have Did He checking in. He says, we doing another guess the weight today? Yes, sir. We're going to see if we can get 1, 2, 3 fish to the boat today. Have a little fun with it. I'm not going to be out here as long as I was yesterday. I was only supposed to be out here for 2 hours, but, I started having so much fun. I had to kind of double up on my time. What's going on, Texas Noop? We have Clint Perry checking in. And Robert says, blessings to you, King. Be safe out there. Oh, yeah. I always keep, you guys can't really see it, but this is the pull tag, but it's an auto inflate life vest. I always leave that on when I'm out here on the lake, guys. You always want to be on the safe side of things. You never know. You may slip and fall, hit your head, fall into the water. Anything can happen out here. So you always want to be on the safe side. All right, let's see. Ken is already putting in his vote. He says fluke. So he wants that fluke. Let's see. I actually have one already up and ready. There you go, Ken. Can you see it right there? That's the fluke sitting right there. So I'll leave that tied on for Ken. We'll see if those fish will come up and, want a little fluke action. All right, so let's go ahead and let me get the link set up in this description for you guys real quick. And then we're going to get to it. So just bear with me, guys. We're just doing some housekeeping right now. Doing some housekeeping, and then we're going to get into some fishing. I'll show you guys some lures and all that good stuff. Let's see. All right, guys. Let's edit this. All right, so what I'm doing right now is just putting those links in the description that I was telling you guys about. So hopefully you can find some value in that. All right, there we go. So those links are in the description. All right, let's see. One more thing. Live now. All right, there we go, guys. All right, Ken says, I killed him yesterday on a caffeine shad. Okay, all right, and that's what I have. Let me just show you. Is this what you were referring to? Does that look familiar to you? A caffeine shad. How about that? All right. Yeah, there we go. And as you guys come into the chat, please go ahead and double tap that screen. Hit that like button for me. And let me just show you guys what I was talking about just a second ago. I broke one of my reels yesterday. I stepped on it because I had too much stuff going on the deck. So let's go ahead and just spend a few minutes getting some things cleaned up. Let's take this lure off of here. And I'm gonna go into my bag of tricks and get another reel because I do want to keep this this rod and reel set up, ready to roll. All right, so first off, let's see the things that I may not be using that much. What was on this reel right here? This was the drop shot. All right, so this one, let's go ahead and set that out of the way. I'm gonna just kind of get things organized, guys, before we get started, so I'm not falling over stuff and stepping on reels and things like I was yesterday. As you come into the chat, make sure you guys drop your location. What state, country, city, where are you guys tuning in from? It's always interesting to see, who we have tuning in, because as you guys know, we have people coming in from all over the world nowadays. We have people from India, Australia, Canada, Indonesia. Did I already say Indonesia? South Africa. All right, so that was a spinnerbait. You guys wanted to see a spinnerbait yesterday, so I threw that. I had a hit on it, but I wasn't quite ready when that fish hit, so I missed it. All right, and there we go. This was the jig that I was throwing yesterday. I was really wanting to catch. All right, shout out to Stephen Dorsey coming in from Rhode Island. All right, let's see. So yeah, I really wanted to catch something on a jig yesterday, but just wasn't a jig kind of day. I'm not gonna take the time to put all of these back into the rod locker right now. All right, and here's the Ken special right here. I think Ken has called it a few times on this bait right here. And actually, let's see, guys. Hold on one second. All right, had to take a phone call. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Stephen Dorsey already stepping in with the $20, 1999 super chat. Let's see. He says a little gas money, man. You know these, you see, did you see the video I put out about the gas prices? And I put non-ethanol gas in here. So yeah, so I really, really appreciate that. I will be going and using that gas money for sure. All right, so let's see. Let's continue getting these things kind of set up. All right, so I'm gonna definitely leave this bait up front. This is, like I said, the Ken special right there. This is what Ken has been calling them on. He's called, I think, 2 fish on that bait right there. He was like, go ahead and throw that Topwater walking bait now. So I went ahead and did that, and it was right on time. All right, so there we go. Getting things cleared out. We'll go ahead and keep the net right here just in case. You guys like me to flip those fish a lot of times, but you never know. I'll leave that net there just in case. All right, another thing I will be using is this swim bait. You guys know I like throwing my swim bait. I can get those fish to hit it every once in a while. It's fun catching the fish on that. So some of these baits are just fun to fish with. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. I see the likes are kind of moving up just a little bit. They're kind of moving a little slow, but we're just getting everything set up. So this is the shaky head. You guys know I like throwing that shaky head too when things kind of slow down. Yesterday, I think we spent more time throwing worm baits because of the high winds and everything that was coming through. All right, so there's that fluke that Ken is talking about. And what I actually need to do is, let's get this adjusted. All right, so I'll leave the swim bait up here. All right, so I'm just doing a quick rundown, going through my setup. All right, so this reel right here, the line and everything is set up, but I have another reel just like that one, and I do want to keep using that bait. So let me move these rods out of the way real quick so I can get into this rod locker. All right, so what I'm doing now is just going in here and finding, see if I have another Fluger reel in here so I do not have to place it. There's another extra reel. I need to get a rod and put on that one. But let's see. And I do not have another reel in here. Another Fluger reel is what I was looking for to make it easy to just change it out real quick. All right, looks like it's gonna be a day where I get a lot of phone calls, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. Had to take a quick phone call, and I'm going through here just trying to get some things set up before we get rolling. I want to throw a jerk bait today also, guys. So I'm going through here, changing some things out. So this, I was throwing a popper on here, but normally this is the rod that I throw my jerk bait on. So I'm going to change this bait out if I can get this off. Man, don't you hate it when the hooks get stuck in these rod sleeves? All right, so get those back out of the way. Man, what I really want to do is catch some fish on some of those big swim baits. But maybe we'll get around to that one of these days. Let's see, that's a popper. That's not really going too far. Man, but that thing has some nice action to it. Can you see that? Once again, big shout out to Stephen Dorsey. Hit the channel with the 1999 super chat. Hit me up with a little gas money. Man, that looks lovely right there. I may have to keep this this popper on, but let's see if we can change it so that I can get a longer cast out of it. And that looks like it's gonna be a no. The cast is not going too far. Let's try it again. And a big reason why I use a lot of spinning reels on this lake specifically is because of the distance of the cast that I need to make. All I'm doing right now is just trying to see if I can adjust the distance on the cast. Ken says, hey, Money, you have to pick up a Strike King Elite 300 deep crankbait and smelt. It looks so good. Man, there's so many things that look good out there. It makes you want to buy a little bit of everything, doesn't it? All right, there we go. So I have this bail wide open now, but the line that I have on here, that feels like about 12-pound line right there. So this might come into play, but no, I definitely need to go ahead and change this out and put my jerk bait on here. All right, so let's do that. I don't see this other combo. Man, oh man, let me just move this out of the way. All right, we're getting set up, guys. Once we get everything set up, we're gonna be moving today. I'm not gonna spend as much time just kind of sitting around in one or two spots. So we're gonna see how fast we can get some fish to the boat. Let's see what else. So I'm not gonna use this. So we can go ahead and get that back out of the way. And I need to spend a little more time getting things organized when I get off the water. But I was tired, guys. You had me out here for a little bit longer than what I was expecting. All right, so Ken says jerk bait. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a jerk bait tied on. And let's see what else I have, guys. All right, so let's put that in there for now. We'll get a jerk bait on here. All right, man, I hate that I don't have that other reel set up. I may actually, There we go. There we go. So this bait right here doesn't really catch too many fish. So what I'm gonna do is swap the reel out on these two. That's the ticket. There we go. All right. All right, so this is the reel that I broke. So let's go ahead and take this off of here. And all I'm gonna do is just change the spools out. All right, so yeah, so is anybody going to be fishing any tournaments or going fishing this coming weekend? Make sure you continue to get active in the chat. I'll be in the chat in just a minute once I get this rod and reel changed out. So all I'm doing is changing out this reel, guys. Because I stepped on it and broke the other one. Marlos, what's going on? Says, where are you fishing at? I am on Lake Lanier. Don Bark says, Money will catch a 3, a 1.64, a 212, and a 304. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to be out here that long today. But we'll see. We'll see what we can make happen. So Don is already putting in his guesses on the weight. Ken said it's a KVD jerkbait, not crankbait. Sorry. He said he got the fat fingers. Steve Wimpy says, how many times do we think we will play the guessing game today? My guess is 3. All right, guys. So we're going for 3. We're going for 3 fish today. How you guys putting pressure on me like that? All right. So we'll see how fast we can catch 3 fish for the day. And as I do, we'll see if you guys can guess the weight. So all I'm going to do is just change the spool on this reel. So that way I don't have to change the line and all that kind of stuff. So, and then looks like I have to head to the store and replace this broken reel right here because the base of it broke. You guys see that? So the little foot of that reel broke. And the bait that I have tied on is one that I use a lot. So I definitely want to make sure I keep this on there. All right, there we go. Just take that spool off of there. Move that one out of the way. And now put this spool on here. All right, Ken says, I practice every day for upcoming tournaments on the weekend on the 20th and 27th. All right. We have DT checking in, says, what's up from the Bayou? All right, checking in from the Bayou. Good to see you. All right, there we go. Slide this one on here. Quick and easy. Just getting all the prep work done, guys. As you come into the chat, please take a second to hit the like button. We've been growing very, very fast. And if you are not a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button. All of that definitely helps out the channel. If you take a look at the numbers, like I said, we have been growing very, very fast. All right, so let's get this line set back up. And of course, you know, I'm going to want to see if I can get some of these fish. One of these days is going to be a top water all day type of day. One of the things that I like. I really like that bite, especially on whenever I'm doing these lives. Whenever I catch those fish on top, you guys actually see the explosions of the fish coming up. If you watch the shorts on my channel, I go back and upload some of the catches, some of the ones that seem like they were a little more exciting. Those are in the shorts on the channel. So make sure you just go to my channel, click shorts, and you will see some of the catches that have been taking place. And if you go back and watch any of the on the water lives after they're finished, I try to put something called chapters in there. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, my goodness, guys. Oh. Oh. Can you see this right here? This is not the way that a rod tip is supposed to look. So that is another rod down right there. Well, looks like I got to replace that rod too. How about that? All right, so let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. All right, getting these rods set up. So man, it's dangerous out here for me on these waters. I'm always breaking something, losing something. Don Bar said, ouch. Oh yeah, that one hurt. And that was a rod that I just started using too. I haven't even been using that thing for probably like 2 weeks. So I think that's like a, what did you guys say that rod cost? About $184? Gone, just like that. But hey, you can't dwell on it. Just gotta keep on moving. All right, so let's get this tied back on. And what I was showing you guys the other day is I use a polymer knot. Ken said it was a white rod. It was okay. What rod should I replace that with, Ken? What brand rod would, I forgot which ones you like to use, but what brand rod should I replace that with? Man, I hate that. All right, there we go. So this one is back up in action. This one is up and ready. Ready for some action on that, Let's get this flute straightened out. I don't know how often I'm gonna be throwing this flute today, but I have it set up as a double. Somebody was saying set it up as a double fluke, and that is what I have set up. But the problem with that is it does not allow me to cast it as far as I need to. So let's hop back over here. Let's throw this reel in the trash can. Looks like I'm gonna be throwing a rod in the trash can too. Let's just set this stuff out of the way. All right, trash. This spool, I'll just put it in there, but I can actually use that because that line that's on there, I can just take that off and put it on another spool. Let's see. So now I have another rod without a reel on it. So we'll put this up. Dubs says your test line is thin. Yes, sir. I have some light line on some of these. 8-pound line going to, all right, let me just focus on one thing at a time so I'm not over here stepping on stuff anymore. But yeah, I have light line tied on because what I have to do is make long cast, and I'm using a lot of finesse baits too. Go ahead and leave that swivel on here. I'm not planning on skipping any docks, so I'm just going to hit this with a quick polymer knot. All right, so who likes fishing using their electronics? So if you like using electronics, put electronics in the chat. Just want to get an idea, because some of these fish that I'm going to be catching, we're going to be taking a look at those on the electronics. So I'll show you guys a screen so you guys can see what I'm seeing. See if we can have a little fun with that. All right, hitting this with that quick polymer knot. Man, I hate that I stepped on that rod. All right, Stephen Dorsey, Don Barks, Ken, all right, Cove Ultimate Fishing, what's going on? Tuning in to the live stream again. Make sure you guys, somebody was asking about crappie fishing yesterday. If you have some questions about crappie fishing, make sure you drop them in the chat. You have the crappie guy on the lake, on the in the chat right now. And make sure you check out his channel, Cove Ultimate Fishing on YouTube, guys. All right, let's see. What did I do here? All right, let's get that out of the way. All right, guys, we're going to get to some fishing now. Looks like I won't be throwing my handy dandy swim bait today either. Let's get that out of the way. All right, so we're going to replace that with a jerk bait for today. have? Okay, and I got my shaky head up there. All right, so we're good to go. That is those are the rods that I have set aside. So hopefully we won't need to dig back down in there and pull any of those back out. All right, so let's see, what jerk bait will I be using today? Kind of like this, well, this one right here. What about that color? Nah. Here we go. I think this is the one that would do some damage for me. Just have a nice amount of weight to it. No, here we go. I like this. This one's a little bit heavier. I want something that I can get a good long cast out of too. All right, so this is the jerk bait that we're gonna throw. I think this is a Spro. Not really sure what, I think it's a Spro Blue Bandit is the color on that one. So we're gonna put that on this rod over here. And once again, I have to make a few casts with it to make sure that I can get a good long cast. It's not going as far as I would like it to. Cole Ultimate Fishing says, oh yeah, that blue herring color jerk bait should do the trick. Don Bar says nothing like looking at brush piles, dragging a worm up to it and letting that rod load up. That is right. So that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna go ahead and get to it, guys. I think I have everything in place. Let me just move this rod. Okay, so we have that fluke. Let me just make a practice cast with this fluke real quick. Now that I can get some good distance out of it. I'm throwing that weightless. So we'll be throwing this fluke also. Ken says you need to buy a Lose KVD series. All right, a Lose KVD series. And what is that? Is that the rod that you're referring to? All right, got that. And then I also have a little swim bait that I'm gonna see. Sometimes I can get those fish to react to something like that. Just a regular little jig head on there. And let me just test this out, see how far I can get this to cast. Now this line feels like about 20-pound braid on there, which is kind of, I probably need about 10 to be able to get this to cast to where I need it to go. We have Boris checking in. What's going on, Boris? Glad to see you tuning in to the live stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. It really, really does help the channel. So we're about to get things cracking now. We're about to start moving. All right, so and what I'll do first is we're gonna line up on some fish. I'm just looking at my live imaging down here. We're gonna line up on some fish and I'm gonna see if I can get them to come up and hit a jerk bait. We're just scanning around. There they go right here. All right, can you guys see it? So that's what we're gonna target. That's about 70 feet out. So we're gonna move in a little closer. Because I wanna make sure I can get this jerk bait over the head of those fish. What's going on? We have Big Mike tuning back in. All right, so those fish are relating to the bottom, guys. Let's make one more cast over there to them. See if they'll come up. Hero Man, what are you saying? He says, is it fishing when you can literally see the fish on a screen and just sit up on them? Is it fishing? Is it fishing? What do you guys think? What is fishing? All right, Don Bar says, the old Twitch stick. Yes, sir. Trying something a little different. All right, let's see. Yeah, so they're not related to that. Those fish are out there sitting on relating to the bottom. All right, let's see. Once again, it is a nice, pretty day out here, guys. Nice blue skies, slight breeze. Nothing too crazy like it was yesterday. All right, let's see. Still in Tennessee says, yes, it is fishing, not called catching. Yeah, what else would it be? What is it called if you're trying to catch fish? All right, let's see. Let's see what else we have in the chat. We have Ian. He says, how was Milton? I think Milton is still on its way. I'm here in Georgia, so the winds haven't quite got here yet. It was kind of windy yesterday. All right, let's see. Ken says, just because you see them, you still have to make them bite. JD says, it isn't just fishing, it's smart fishing. Oh yeah, there's all kind of things out here, all kind of things to make people, enjoy themselves when they're out on the water. We have guys that are crappie fishing, kayak fishing, bank fishing, electronics fishing, saltwater fishing. Everybody is welcome here on this channel. So whatever you do that makes you happy out on the lake, that is what is for you. And that's the great thing about it. Let me see. Harold Mac says, this guy is a pro. I get that. Just the hunt, I think, would be more rewarding. Yes, we do a lot of different things on the channel. So we do electronics tutorials. Some days we come out here and just fish with electronics. Other days we go and we fish shallow. We'll go fish docks. It really just depends. Right now we're fishing offshore, fishing for large spotted bass. And really, this is just all in fun. All of these fish, we catch them and release them back into the lake so they can come back and fight another day. Let's see, what are you guys saying in the chat? Don says, no longer a waste of time to locate fish and the little time I get to spend on the water. Love my cheat screen. Yeah, and that's what I always remind people about is you never know what type of issues or, situations people are in. Some people have financial issues, health issues, things like that only allow them to get out to the lake once a month, once a year, once every 6 months. You just never know what somebody's situation is. So we try to, get out here, share information, techniques, all that good kind of stuff so that we can all come out and be able to go back and tell stories about the great day we had on the lake, either fishing by ourselves, with our kids, with our family, all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, just take a look at that scenery right there. Nice, pretty calm day out here on the lake. You guys saw me when I was out here yesterday, bouncing around on those waves, fighting through the winds and everything. And wouldn't you know, nothing bad happened during that time. But I get out here with calm water, nice sunny day, start stepping on rods and reels. I stepped on a reel yesterday and broke that. Then today I stepped on the rod right there on live. You guys saw me step on one of my rods and broke that. But yeah, just one of those things, guys. Just one of those things. Haramax says, do you make your own tackle? No, I do not. I was tying my own jigs and stuff at one point, doing that, having some fun with it. But I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do when it comes to fishing to kind of have some fun with things. All right, Haramax says, is that motor holding you in place automatically? Yes, sir. This is an Ultrex trolling motor. So it allows you to just kind of kick back and relax and do what a lot of people want to do. Just come out and focus on trying to catch a fish or two. Yeah, so that's an Ultrex trolling motor. What's going on? We have Matthew is checking back in. Really good to see you in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Really appreciate it. All right, Don says, I've got buds that work 28 days on a boat and they don't like to search fish. They want to catch. That is right. I guess a lot of people do. They want to cut out the middle part. How about I just get to catching? All right, Tim says, drag that spinner bait. Just Me says, you sound like Snoop Dogg. Somebody said that the other day. I don't know about that one. People say I have a country accent. Snoop is from over there on the West Coast. All right, still not getting a bite on that shaky head. Not really seeing any schooling activity. Let me recast that right there. Not really seeing any schooling activity. Matthew says, can you see the like hot sensor? I don't know what it's called. What is the hot sensor? Ken says, Snoop sounds different every day depending on how good his smoke is. And I definitely do not smoke. So, yeah, I do not know anything about that. It's not much boat traffic out here today, guys. What's today? Today is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday. Not much boat traffic out here today. All right, so you guys put it in the chat. We have officially started fishing now. I spent a lot of time getting everything rigged up and talking to you while I was doing that. So now we are going for 3 fish. We're gonna shoot for 3 fish for today, and bring them up on the screen as usual. Let you guys guess the weights of those fish and see how it works out. Let's see if we can have some fun with that today. All right, there we go. Look at that. We have another boat out here trying to see if they can catch anything. Matthew says, how much do you make from fishing? Let me see. I make a lot of happiness. How about that? I make a lot of happiness from fishing. Tim says, what lake you at in Georgia? I am on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Where are you guys at? Drop the state, country, city, or wherever you're from in the chat. Still in Tennessee says, Money, my motor situation will be taken care of on Friday, and I am having a Helix 15 added to the bow and a Mega Live. Looking forward to it. All right, good deal. All right, we have DL Peck. He says he's ready for the guessing game. DL Peck won him a $10 bill yesterday by guessing the weight of the fish. All right, we have, let me see, Alatina checking in, South Florida. We have Alstronaut checking in, says, what lure are you throwing? Right now, I'm throwing a shaky head. All right, so this is gonna be the plan, guys. You guys wanna see 3 fish to the boat. So let's put this shaky head up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna be sticking and moving. So I'm gonna throw baits that I can get out there, see if those fish react to them real quick, and then keep on rolling after that. All right, so let's see. There they go over there, guys. We have a little bit of schooling activity. My casts aren't getting out quite as far as I need them to be right now. I guess the reel needs to loosen up a little bit. Any luck down there with an A-rig? I do not have much luck with an A-rig. This water is extremely clear, so it hasn't been. I mean, I've heard of people catching some occasionally on that out here, but not something I really hear about too often. All right, we have him checking in from Commerce, Georgia. All right, I roll through there on my way to Hartwell sometimes. Shout out to Tim. We have the Pale Rider checking back in from Grand Lake, Oklahoma. All right, Don Bar says, just fished the bass at, what is that, 1 ounce and 1.04 from Cashman. Oh, man. Oh, man, I fished a few of those back in the day. I think maybe 2 or 3. Fished one at Douglas Lake back when it was called the Oakley Big Bass. Do you guys remember that? I fished the Oakley Big Bass, and I had to fish that without a trolling motor. My trolling motor went out. Went all the way to Tennessee. Lake Douglas, got there, had to rebuild my trolling motor on the water. So I took the brushes and everything out, rebuilt it, and it worked for a little bit, then stopped working on me again. So I had to fish that tournament using a push pole in my bass boat. So, and I still cashed a check. I cashed a $150 check. So it was an interesting situation. Don Bart says, thought about doing Grand Lake. Matthew says, have you got anything when we're here? Well, I just really started fishing, guys. How long do you guys think I've been fishing? Maybe about, what, 15 minutes or so? After I finished getting everything rigged up, set up, and all that kind of stuff. So the plan is to get out here and just kind of stick and move. And I need to make sure I can get a long cast out here. This is not casting like it was yesterday, so maybe it's been kind of bumped around and the brakes and stuff have kind of adjusted a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's the kind of cast I need right there. All right, so it's sticking and moving season. We are gonna be sticking and moving today. It is a very nice day out here. Look at that sun shining nice and bright. Blue skies, not too cloudy at all. The winds are not bad. Yesterday it was pretty windy out here. The water temps, for people that want to know that, the water temp is around 73 degrees where I'm currently at. But we're gonna be moving around a lot, guys. So the water temps and things like that are gonna be changing. But it should stay in that 73 to 75 range. All right, let's see. We have Stephen Dorsey says, does Ned rigs work where you fish? They are fantastic up here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They definitely do work. I think that is kind of like a universal bait. Wherever you're at, I think that Ned rig will work. All right, and also big shout out to Stephen Dorsey. Hit the channel with the 1999 super chat. You, sir, are the sponsor of today's live stream. This show is supported by you guys, the viewers, subscribers, and people who stop by. And of course, the members of the Money Team. Those are the members of the channel. So the goal for me, what I would love to do is catch 3 topwater fish so you guys can see those fish come up and explode on the top. Ken says, are they schooling yet today? I've only seen that once so far, but like I said, we just started. I'm guessing I've only been fishing for maybe like 15 minutes or so. After I spent all that time getting rods and reels set up from when I broke a rod and broke a reel, man, gotta hate it. All right, let's see. There's some fish coming up right here. So we're just going after active fish. So here we go. See these fish right here? They're at about 60 feet. Let's make that cast out there. See if these fish will come up. These fish are moving, guys. They're moving kind of fast. All right, Ken says that trolling motor needs some grease. It's really noisy. Yeah, I do need to take some time and get some things kind of straightened up, but you know, I keep coming out here to the lake too much. Oh my goodness. All right, they're out there schooling, guys. Just gonna keep moving and covering water until we come across some active fish. All right, what's going on? Mako M4 Fishing says, hey, Money, how's it going out there? Man, it's rolling. I'm just going. I think we've been fishing for maybe like 20 minutes or so. Seeing a few fish out here, but trying to see if they want to come out and play. Not really cooperating right now. We're looking for 3 bites today, guys. Want to catch 3 fish real quick so you guys can guess the weight. M4 says, nice, I'm putting in at Charleston. All right, so are you already out on the lake? If you get out here on the lake, M4 Fishing, I can add you in. You can be out here fishing with me. Gotta pick the shaky head back up because I see, actually, let's try something a little different. Let's just try the swim bait. I'll throw this down there and let it go all the way to the bottom and just slow reel it back in. And actually, this is not set up for me right now at all. It did not go far. Let's check this out and see what happens. All right, Matthew says Topwater is the best, I think. Oh yeah, Topwater is definitely a fun way to catch fish. We have Tom checking in. Tom says, any luck? Not yet, sir. We haven't really been rolling. We haven't been fishing for too long. I spent a lot of time getting everything set up on the boat. The goal for today is see if I can get 3 fish to the boat pretty quick for you guys, so we can get out here and do the guessing game. We had DL Peck Fishing won that yesterday. He won $10 playing the guessing game. Man, I really want to have my that swim bait, but I just broke that rod. Terrible situation. All right, let's see. Man, the wind is picking up on me, guys. Got the wind got a hold of my cast and kind of pulled it away from where I was wanting it to go. All right, I'm seeing bait fish. I'm seeing bass following those bait fish. So I'm seeing things setting up for a nice day out here. Randall says, go try that point. It looks like a spot where the fish would feed. Matthew says, what's that peeping noise? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what noise that is. Tim says, if I can't fish on my lunch break, what is that? I would watch you fish. All right, sounds good. Matthew says, what's that peeping noise? I don't know what a peeping noise is. Oh, that beeping noise. That is the trolling motor. Whenever I hit spot lock on the trolling motor, it locks the boat in place. And then whenever I release it, so I'll hit the trolling motor. So that beeping noise right there, that's me spot locking, and it holds the boat in place. Just kind of focus on seeing what these fish are out here doing. There, just wouldn't commit to it. Gotta keep making some fan casts. Matthew says, how do you set up a camera? Matthew's wanting to get technical with me. Just have to get you a nice phone mount. But just search camera setup on YouTube and they'll have videos and everything on there that can help you out with that. So Josh says spot lock. So yes, sir, that is what that beeping noise is, spot lock. What's going on, Greg? We have Greg checking back in. Randall says, did y'all see the guy that's riding out the hurricane on the lake in Tampa Bay? No, I did not. But I don't know if I would be trying to do that, because the hurricane doesn't have feelings. The hurricane is going to be a hurricane. Stephen Dorsey says, no matter what, I would never fish without spot lock and my power poles. They are definitely game changing. I can't believe I used to fish rivers without spot lock. Oh yeah, spot lock really did change the game. The first time I caught a fish and was able to go right back to the front of the boat and start back fishing the same cover and structure and everything, it had me sold at that point. All right, let's go ahead and pack up and roll out, guys. Let's roll out. All right, so the goal today is to get 3 fish to the boat real quick. We're gonna see if we can do that within an hour. We're gonna roll to a few different spots. How about that? Forgot to put my trolling motor up. Wait a minute, let me just try one more thing here before we take off. All right, let's roll. All right, I see a few more questions popping up in the chat. I can take a look at that once we get packed up and move out to the next spot, guys. Clint Perry says, I thought I joined the money team yesterday. How do I tell? I can check once I get offline. But yeah, I think you are in there. I remember you joining yesterday. All right, so I had some luck the other day, basically just running around, just stopping on random points and seeing what we could see off of some random points, guys. So we're gonna keep doing that a little bit. Let's see what we can see. All right, Matthew says stop and go is a very good way to attract fish. Are you talking about with the baits, huh? All right, all right. Deal pick fishing. Let's see, what is he saying? Tim, okay, nitro. Yes, sir, running that nitro. Joe Winker says, I got that warm feeling in my heart. Yepper, you're in the money team. All right, shout out to Clint Perry. He became a member of the channel yesterday. Really, really appreciate that. All right, Steve Wimpy says, need a little real magic on that reel. You don't like the squeal? You don't like the squealing? Oh, my goodness, guys. All right, they are out there schooling. Let's see if they were in range. Oh, my goodness, no. Don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when things are supposed to go right and they just don't? Steve Dorsey says, so once a month I can clean all my reels. I try to do it on a rainy day so I don't do it on a nice fishing day. Yep. Clint Perry says, I apparently forgot my password. Ernest says, what pattern are you running today? I am running a pattern to where I don't have the pattern quite yet. But I'm really wanting to catch fish on Topwater, so that way you guys can actually see the fish when they come up and hit the Topwater bait. So that's what I'm trying to do, but the fish don't always cooperate with that. Ken says that is correct. The whatever works pattern is pretty much the pattern that I'm on. Ernest says, when it comes to Topwater, I love using a popper bait. Yep, that is a nice one. Ken says, had to get ready to go to Cabela's for my new bow and more floats, or more flukes. All right, good deal. Tim says, try some blow-throughs. All right, so I'm seeing some action, but just not able to get them to commit. Ken says, crossbow money, come on, man. Oh, crossbow, what did I say? Oh, bow. Still in Tennessee says, I had to step away for a little bit. Did I miss anything? Not yet, sir. You have not missed anything yet. We're still out here trying to figure something out. I'm just sticking and moving until we figure out what these fish want to do. We have a lot of trash in the water over here. All right, looks like we're gonna pack up and roll out again. Tim says, been great watching you. Back to work for me. All right, Tim, glad you can check in. Hang out with us for a quick minute or two. All right, Matthew says, how long have you been fishing for? I'd guess and say, what do you guys think, about 45 minutes or so? Spent the first half of the live stream just getting things set up, showing you guys the boat set up and getting all my rods and reels in place. Then we came up with the game plan, which is to do every kind of fishing, whatever it takes to catch a fish style fishing today. But what I really want to do, like I was saying earlier, is catch some fish out here on top. So if I can get those fish to come up and hit on top, you can actually see the, see them whenever they hit the baits, which is a little more fun. And the goal for today is to get 3 fish to the boat so you guys can do the guess the weight challenge. Let's ease back around one more time, and then we're gonna pack up and roll out again. Let's see. Ken says, Money, I couldn't find your contact info to send pics of that beer rug. So it's in the description. So I went ahead and uploaded all of the info as far as anybody that's asking about the baits that I'm using and want discounts on products and stuff like that. I put that in the description. Also, my Instagram is at official MoneyBass. And my email, what is the email? moneybass404@gmail.com. So all of that information is in the description. Make sure you guys click that link in the description. It'll say discount products. So if you're looking to buy any products or anything and want to see if there's discounts available, click that link and then just search for whatever name of the products that you may hear me talk about or anything like that that you may be interested in. And hopefully that helps you out. I try to put things in the description that bring value to you guys. So that is the goal. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and pack up and get out of here again. We're gonna keep on moving this time, guys. We're just trying to find some active fish. And like I said, all we're doing is just looking to get three spotted bass. I know some of the people watching have never seen a spotted bass before. So once we get it to the boat, I'll let you guys take a look, put it on the measuring board, see if anybody can guess the weight of the fish. What's going on, Drew? We have Drew checking back in. Stephen Dorsey says, if that plan fails, how about docks? I don't know if we have enough time to change game plans today, so we're gonna have to make it work. All right, here we go. We're gonna be sticking and moving and sticking, guys. All right, Matthew says, nice boat. Really appreciate that. All right, but yeah, so Stephen Dorsey says, are we gonna change strategies? So today, we're going to live and die by this strategy. I'm not going to be out here long enough to try a bunch of different things. So what the plan is just to keep moving until I find fish that will bite the way that we need them to today. So that is the goal. We'll see how that works out. Ken says, Money, I always have 5 rods rigged for Topwater. All right. Mid-depth and 5 shallow. South Georgia bass, and shout out to the MoneyTeam. Haven't seen you in a minute. He says, getting rough looking down here in South Georgia. Oh yeah, I tried to squeeze out here real quick before those high winds and everything started picking up out here where I'm at. So far looking good. have a spectator right there. Can you guys see him? He's driving by kind of slow looking like, hey, what is MoneyBass out there doing? Should I be doing that too? All right, let's see, guys. We're looking. Like I said, today we're going to be sticking and moving. We're just trying to get 3 fish to the boat as fast as possible. All right, still nothing. Stick and move. Let's change it up a little bit, see if we need a little more commotion on the top for him. Got a boat going by. We have Curtery back in. Says, how many today, Money? We don't have any just yet. We're sticking and moving. All right, William says, good luck, Money. Hope you catch them. Oh, yeah, we're trying to get 3 to the boat today. Let's see. South Georgia Bassin says, Daryl, I'm over here off Jerry Jones. And what's that? In Gornto. Got hammered with this last one. Okay. I hope everything is all right. All right, let's see. Daryl says, I believe. All right, yeah. Glad you are safe, definitely. All right, Curtery says, okay, you need my lock to get started. All right, there we go. All right, so we have Curtery back in the chat. Let's see, did I have that jerk bait set up right? Let's just check and see. You never know. Let's see if that jerk bait action is ready. Burning Season says he only needs 2 fish to win the Battle of the Anglers. I think you're trying to count those fish from up north in that Battle of the Anglers right there. All right, MoneyBass. Me and Daryl on here both live in Valdosta. What's going on, Valdosta? Let's see, Daryl, let's hook up and fish sometimes. There we go. So that's what I've been talking about, guys. Make sure you network in the chat, because you never know when somebody's from your neck of the woods out there fishing the same lake, same tournaments. Might find your next fishing buddy out here in these YouTube streets. So yeah, I don't think these fish are liking me today, guys. All right, let's move. Let's move. Stick and move. Stick and move. All right. All right, just take a look at it though, guys. You see all these fish down here? All of these fish, and none of them are I can't get them to commit to what I'm doing, so I'm packing up and rolling out. We're just trying to find some fish that are active and ready to bite, so we're just going to keep sticking and moving. Pill Rider says, what is the number 158 after the sweet? Yeah, you'd have to put that on there. That is number 158. Just use it the exact way that it's written up there. All right, so does anybody in the chat, do you guys know anything about the Pale Rider? Who is the star of the Pale Rider? Let's do it. But Pale Rider, you can't answer because obviously you're gonna know the answer to that. But who is the star? Who is Pale Rider? Let's do a quick trivia question. Who is Pale Rider in the chat? Does anybody know? The burning season. Uh-oh, there we go. Clint Perry got it. Ken got it. Tom GN got it. All right, so this is the next question. What is your vote? Pale Rider or Josie Wales? What is your vote? Pale Rider or Josie Wales? We did this the other day, and I'll let you guys know who won. All right, so Pale Rider or Josie Wales? What is your vote? All right, Clint Perry said Josie Wales. Ken said Josie Wales. Tom Jean says Josie Wales all day. Oh my goodness. Looks like Josie Wales is taking it unanimous. Curtery even said Josie Wales. Don Barks, Josie Wales. Still in Tennessee, Josie Wales. Josie Wales all day. Oh yeah, I'd agree with that one. What was the does anybody know what he said whenever he walked out of the store and the guy said, it's Josie Wales? And then everybody turned and looked at him, and I think it was three soldiers turned and started watching him. And what did they say? Well, I mean, what did Josie Wales say to those guys? Does anybody remember that statement that he said? Burning Season said, I think he said, this lake sucks. No, well, if he was fishing, he may have said that, but no, that's not what he said. All right, I see a little activity out there, guys. We'll see if we can make some things happen. You're gonna pull that 6-shooter or just stand there whistling Dixie? Did anybody get it? That's it. I don't know if anybody got it. I see you guys say he said pull that 6-shooter. Pale Rider says, I do, but I'm banned. Oh my goodness. Not banned. Somebody else was banned too the other day. I heard somebody else saying they were banned from Facebook and from Instagram or something like that. What are you guys doing out there? Getting banned. All right, so we're just hunting around for some fish, guys. All right, let's see. All right, Ken said all of his movies were good. Curtery says only because Wells went harder in less time. Oh, yeah. Wells said, don't mess with my family. You mess with my family, it's over for you. We might have to break out the shaky head in just a second, guys. All right, so take a look. The sun is up, shining bright right now. So we'll see if that kind of changes some things. I've shown you guys what these fish are doing. They're out there, but they're just not active, at least not for me. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out here that's figured something out and they're catching them, but just not me yet. Sometimes it takes me a minute or two to find the spot that I need to be at and find those fish. Are you gonna pull those pistols or just stand there whistling Dixie? All right, still in Tennessee, that is correct. Pale Rider said, let me see, you said I couldn't answer. Oh yeah, you were banned from answering. Yeah, I mean, cause your name is Pale Rider. So I was figuring that you would definitely know who the star was. All right, Ken said banned for life money. I can't say Facebook or Instagram. Oh yeah, that was Ken that was banned. I forgot about that. All right, Bassin with Big Malone says love a shaky head. Oh yeah. What's going on from Nashville, Tennessee? We have Matico checking in. All right, let's go ahead and pick up that shaky head. Let's see what's going on with it, Big Malone. Let's see if they want to bite a shaky head. I stuck it back here in the back because I was like, yeah, we're gonna stick and move today. I'm not gonna slow down and fish a shaky head, but the fish are acting a little funny. They're not acting right. All right, let's hit that spot lock. All right, so we're gonna just kind of drag this shaky head real quick, see if I can poke one in the mouth, hit one in the mouthpiece. All right, so we're shooting for 3 fish real quick, guys. I just wanted to stay out here for maybe just fish for about an hour and a half or something like that. See if we can get 3 fish to the boat so you guys can guess the weight of those fish. You know how we do, have a little fun with it. Ken says, money, you missed the major feed, 5:45 to 6:10 this morning, and secondary 5:45 to 6:07 today. Oh yeah, you know I came out here a little late. All right, still in Tennessee says, hi, I'm back from Nashville, Tennessee. Don Barks, I've never tried to catch flies with a pole other than a squash stick. What is that? Eric says, shout out from Panama, South America. What is going on? I told you guys, we are worldwide. I think you're the first person tuning in from Panama. We've had India, Australia, Canada, South Africa. Did I say Australia checking in? Yeah, we're not getting any cooperation. Let me swing around and try a different angle. Keep looking around for some fish and see what we can find. DWB says fly fish. All right, let me check. All right, I am back. Let's see, what did I miss? Looks like somebody may be trying to reach out to me. All right, I see some bait fish out there. We're looking for bait fish, suspended fish, seeing what we can find. Ken says Snoop Dogg's favorite, Panama Gold. Don Bark says never been fly fishing. I have not either. All right, Matico says, what bait caster do you use, sir? I'll show you that bait caster when I pick it back up. All right, let's see. DeQuante says, what's up, people? Like number 87. Tennessee River checking. Tennessee River Rat said, what's up? What's going on, guys? Glad you could tune in today. Oh, my goodness. All right, I see some activity out there. Let me just show you guys. I see a bunch of bait fish out there. Those bait fish are moving pretty fast. Let's see if I can catch back up to them. Where did they go? There are those bait fish, guys. And those bass are kind of following right behind them. There they go. I ran them down to the bottom. Emily says, let's see. Hey, how are you today? I'm in Georgia. What's going on, Emily? I'm in Georgia, too. I'm out here on Lake Lanier. Have you ever been to Lake Lanier? All right, yeah, and if you guys could, if you have not hit the like button already, please take a quick minute to go ahead and double tap your screen, hit that like button for me. It really does help the channel out. I want to give another big shout out to Stephen Dorsey. He is the current sponsor of today's live stream. He hit the channel with a $19.99 super chat. And what I say each week is whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor of the live stream, because this channel is 100% supported by you guys, the viewers, and people that tune in every once in a while just to see, can MoneyBass catch a fish today? And if he does, can I guess the weight? We do something called the guessing game, guys, so it's a lot of fun. But before we can even do that, I have to get a fish to the boat. So that's why you see me running and gunning and moving around so much, trying to get 3 fish to the boat as fast as possible. Shaggy said, I just moved to Georgia and I'm bored. Come on, what's going on? How can you be bored in Georgia? Do you like the outdoors? Do you like hanging out outside and camping and look at the beautiful scenery? You see all of that? How can you be bored out here? Just go out there and get you a stick and a little pocket knife, make you a walking stick and head out into the woods and enjoy the nature. What do you think about that, Shaggy? Ken says, do you have weeds in that lake? Not really. Not really. Oh, my goodness. Hold on just a second. We have Joe Winkler, the big dog, stepping in. He says, for a little more fuel in the boat. And you guys know I'm going to need it. He hit me with the $20 super chat. So we have a co-sponsor. We have a co-sponsorship going on. We have Stephen Dorsey. Shout out to the Money Team. And big shout out to Joe Winkler. You guys see those badges next to their name? Those are members of the channel. So anytime you hear me referring to the Money Team, that is exactly what I'm referring to. Those are the members of the channels, guys. So really appreciate the strong support of the channel. Anytime somebody decides to, reach on out and hit me with a super chat, super sticker, really, really appreciate that more than you would know. And big shout out to Joe Winkler with iBass Tournament Series. When are you hosting your next tournament, Joe Winkler? Guys, make sure you check him out on Facebook. It's iBass Tournament Series. If you like competitive bass fishing, you can check the stats and see how those guys are doing out there. Now, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I'm just going to say Della. Della Pesca says, what did you catch? Right now, I'm catching a bunch of cast. We haven't caught anything yet. I'm trying to see if I can get 3 fish to the boat in about an hour and a half. These bass out here are acting very, very finicky. No Chino checking in says, let me see, I'm back like I left my keys. That makes me official, like a man with a whistle. Oh yeah, the man with the plan. All right, I see some fish out here posted up. Let's see if I can get a good cast on those. They're kind of relating to the bottom now. That's why I'm throwing this shaky head. I know somebody just asked me about that bait caster that I was using. So I'll show that to you in just a second. But I wanted to get a fish to the boat for you guys real quick. But once again, big shout out to Joe Winkler. Don Bark says, are you sure you're not part hillbilly? Hey, I could be. But what makes you ask that? Because I grew up watching Westerns and hanging out in the woods and all that kind of stuff. I told you guys about my, when I tried to make my own raccoon hat, went and shot me a raccoon and I skinned it and everything, but couldn't figure out how to make my raccoon hat. All right, let's see. We have Jorge checking in, says, watching from West Palm Beach, Florida. Waiting for Milton. Oh, you're just waiting. You have some popcorn ready? You're going to watch the show? We have the Hawk. The Hawk checking in says, what part of Florida you in, man? So, yeah, somebody said they were from Florida. I'm out here in Georgia, Lake Lanier. Joe Winkler says, all my stuff is done for the year. Oh, okay. All right. So you guys packed it up for the year. Oh, Don Bar said whittling stick. Oh, yeah, I used to do that all the time. That was a thing. Everybody had to have a stick. And your stick had to be the strongest one. If you put your stick down and somebody could hit yours with theirs and it breaks, then you kind of the weakling of the group. You had to have a stick that could take some punishment. You never know, you might have to pop a bear in the back of the head or something with it. All right, Big Q says, brother man, you have live scope on. Why are you not boat flipping? Man, I can show you. I'll show you guys in just a second. Okay, so take a look. So here's some bass right here. They're on those bait fish. There's some cover down there. So some of these fish are relating to the bottom down here, but some of them are suspended a little bit. So right now, those fish are out there chasing those bait fish. And regardless of what I'm putting out there in front of them, they're just not biting it. They're just not hitting it. So sometimes there's, I would say bite windows, if you want to call it that, where the fish are a little more active than other times. So you can come out here and not get any bites and then start catching fish within a 30-minute window, and then it's just gone again to where the bite stops. So what I've been doing is just kind of running and gunning and just trying to find the active fish. All right, so DLPEX says the Hawk is in the house. Remember, the Hawk, if you're talking about Chicken Hawk, he's Cajun the Hawk Sam. So I don't see him in the chat. But yeah, I saw the Hawk come in. All right, let's see. DLPEX says, he says, Money, just curious, are you using the newest Humminbird network hub with the light indicator on it? No, I am not. I do not have that new one. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Josh Butler says, you brought me back to shaky head, and I've been catching them again on it. Okay, oh yeah, that shaky head is always something that you want to keep on the deck of the boat. Matthew says, I'm back, any action? Don Bark says, what, a bear? Oh yeah, I would run from the bears. I wouldn't try to play around with those. But you always had to keep a stick with you when you're in the woods. It was just customary. Yeah, these fish are just not cooperating. So we're gonna pack up and roll out again. I've made enough casts here to where if they wanted to put the mouth on it, man, but they just look so lovely. I gotta just try one more cast. One more cast. All right, so we're about to do one more cast at this location. And then we're gonna pack up and roll out again. If you guys have been watching, you see we're running and gunning today. All right, so we're gonna make one more cast. Boom. All right, so here we go. So there's my cast right there. If you guys can see that bait falling right there. You can see some fish moving around. Look at that fish right there. So those fish are down there in that cover. But are they wanting to bite is the question. All right. Oh, yeah, wait a minute, guys. Oh, I thought we had a little something on there. Josh Butler says that shaking my head worm is something. What was that? Oh, shaky head. Okay, if you cut it down to 4.5 inches, the dinks love it. Big Q says, hello, it's Demiki season. Got to get that Demiki right. Man, today is a lovely day, guys. Take a look at this. Take a look at it. The sun is out nice and bright, but it is not hot out here today. So that is definitely a good thing. If it was a little more overcast out here for me, I found that my better days come when it's overcast, where the sun, can't really come out and shine as bright. The fish appear to be a little more active for me, for my style of fishing. But I'm pretty sure there's somebody out here that's running around covering water a lot faster than I am and getting to those active fish. And they may have figured out the bait that those fish are biting, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. But it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. So we're gonna roll out to the next spot. We have baggers checking in, says, have you got any fish, bro? No, not yet. No fish to the boat yet. We're out here rolling around we're finding them, but we're trying to find the active fish, because what I really want to do is catch fish on top water for you. I'm dragging that shaky head just a little bit, but I really don't prefer to catch them that way. I want you guys to be able to see these fish come up and blow up on top. So that's the goal. That's the goal, but the fish don't always want to cooperate. Ken says, I've got some of my worm. Fat. All right. Oh yeah, that Nico rig, I caught a real nice spotted bass on. I had a little craw. I think it was a Demiki craw. I can't remember what the name of this particular craw was, but I had that Nico rig and I caught a real nice spotted bass on it. It was a good four plus pounder. All right, so we're just easing up on this point, and we're just scouting out this point. Oh, wait a minute, something is not right. Something's not right. Let's see what it is. Just pause. Is my network on? My network has to be on. I know what is wrong. My waypoints are actually on this other unit. So let's go ahead and just put this back up here real quick. And it's not going to go back up there real quick. It doesn't want to cooperate. Actually, I don't have time to do that. So there are some other waypoints that I wanted to take a look at, but I don't see them. So let's go ahead and get this top water ready, just in case I run across some fish that are roaming around. Ken says, losing service, you're lagging. All right, let's see. I'm lagging. Let's see if I can get back in the game. Ken says, hey, bud, maybe change the sunfish to a white belly. Maybe the water is too clear for that chrome. Well, when the sun is shining bright, but hey, let's see. Ken has called it before. Let's go ahead and change this to, we'll change it out. We'll see what Ken thinks. We're out here for some fun and games. All right, so let's go with a Sammy. It's a little bit different of a walking style bait. All right, so there we go. How about that bottom right there? Can you see that, Ken? Ken said gunfish. I only have one gunfish. So we're gonna try this this Sammy. Joker and Harley says, hey, MoneyBass, I'm back. Got anything yet? I do not have anything yet. We're still out here running around trying to find the active fish. So we've been finding them, but the problem is I haven't figured out what bait they're hitting today. But sooner or later, all right, Ken said, yep, good choice. All right, so we're gonna hit him with the Sammy. See if we can hit him in the head with the Sammy, guys. So there we go. That is a Topwater Sammy. So this is a walking bait. So change the color up on them just a little bit. We're gonna get out here, start scouting around, see what we can see. Yeah, I've really started liking that gunfish, especially when the water is kind of choppy. But one of the main things that I used to throw a lot was this Sammy. I changed the hooks out on here. So if you guys take a look at those hooks, you see how they have a different kind of bend to them. For me, I found that the hookup ratio was a lot better with those. So we're just out here scouting around now. Ken says it has that blueback hue. Yes, it does. What's going on? We have Yeah Buddy checking in. Says, hey, buddy, how's it going today? It's going. It's going. We're on the hunt. We haven't found them yet, but I'm hunting. All right, I'm not seeing anything over here either, so I may have to, we may just pack up and jet again. Let's get some random cast out here just to see the distance I can get on that. All right, it's set up pretty good, and it's walking good. Sammy has a real nice walking action. It doesn't work as well for me in water once it starts getting choppy. All right, there we go right there. Let's see. I see something out there, but it doesn't look like there's any active fish, but we'll see. Let's see if we can get them to come out of there. Uh-oh, here it comes. They came up for it, guys, but didn't take it. All right, let's change. I'm gonna change positions on them. Let's see. Ken says, slow down a little. I have to get them to come up out of there, Ken. Have to find them first. All right, there goes some right there. Let's see. Nope. Don says, money, go buy some 6 cents divine shaky worms in Melon Dawn and drag them around. Something about that melon gets them everywhere. All right, yes, 6 cents. They come out with some good products. Uh-oh, we're almost at 100 likes. You guys think we can get 3 more likes and hit 100? All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get these fish out here to come up and participate. back up off of them just a little bit. All right, let's hit them in the head with the shaky head. Then we're gonna roll out again. I'm just looking for active fish. If they're not active, then we don't have time. Put that out there about 60, 70 feet. All right, right where it needs to be. All right, so here we go. There's my cast. Can you see those fish following it down? So I just threw that shaky head. Just gonna fish it right through that cover right there. So there it goes, it's falling all the way down. So that was about an 80-foot cast, and I kind of let it pendulum back to the boat a little bit so it would land right where I needed it to go. All right, so we're gonna spot lock now and just kind of fish, just kind of slow back through that cover. Ken says they have lockjaw today. Let's see what you guys is talking about in the chat. Ken said, that's right, I forgot they like it fast down there. Yeah, oh yeah, these fish, they follow these blueback herring, and those things are fast. Even with an 8-gear ratio reel, you can't reel the bait faster than what these spotted bass on this lake will hit those baits. All right, let's see. Steve says, you reeling too fast, bro. All right, Ken says, they have lockjaw today. Steve says, they active if you leave it for a bit. All right, Joe says, you need to oil your reels with hot sauce. Put some hot sauce on it. Help me get a few more bites. All right, so we slowed it down right now. We're on a drop shot. Not drop shot. We're on a shaky head. So you guys saw me get that shaky head right there where those fish are at. They're looking and laughing. We have season 1, episode 3. What is the name of the show? Says MoneyBass, I appreciate your videos and energy. Uh-oh, did we get a tappy tap, guys? I don't know. I don't think we did. I thought we may have had a tappy tap going on. All right, let's see. I think you're amazing. Appreciate that. Appreciate you for tuning in, hopping into the chat, getting active. We're always out here to have a good time, meet some new people, have some fun. Once again, in the chat, drop where you're from. We have people from all over the country and coming from different countries, especially if you're outside the United States. Put where you're from. What country are you in? Country, city, state? Oh, no. I just had a fish blow up over there, but was not ready, guys. I wasn't ready. Open the bail on that other one. All right, so the water is calm where I'm at right now. So some of these top water techniques that I've been using may work a little bit better. Let me just keep that over here. We're gonna make one more cast out there. One more cast, and then we're gonna be out of here again. Boom. All right, let's see. I don't think think I got that cast where I needed it to be. Let's go ahead and reel it in and make it a different cast. All right, so let's see. Who do we have in the chat? We have Oregon in the chat. Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Texas. Of course, we have Texas in the chat. Grin says, try bouncing a plastic off of the bottom. So that's what we're doing right now. We're throwing a shaky head. So let me show you guys. Throwing that on a spinning reel, 7'2" medium rod with a Lew's Mach 2. And I'm throwing that on high-vis yellow fishing line. That allows me to be able to track that that bait a little bit better as it's falling down into the water column. I'm sitting in 24 foot of water. Water temp is 74 degrees. We're just trying to see if we can get 1 or 2 fish to come over here and put their mouth on it. Pale Rider says, you get the $500 glide bait yet? I guess I'll have to check. I have not checked my mail. But I'm thinking if somebody sent a $500 glide bait, they probably would have put tracking on there, and they'd be sending me a message saying, hey, I checked that tracking. It's there. Did you go get it? All right, I did say I was just doing one more cast, didn't I? Oh, man. Look at them. Can you see all of that action right there? That is my bait falling down, and all of those fish are chasing it down there. Okay, it is now on the bottom, 25 feet out from the boat. I'm just going to see how I'm barely shaking it, guys. I'm just going to leave it down there and just see what they want to do. What do you want to do? I was about to set it on them, guys. All right, so you guys saw it. Those fish were right on it and still did not pick that bait up. Let's just try one more thing. Let's get something that's a little more off the bottom. So let's go back down to the retired bag of tricks. You see all the rods and stuff I have sitting up there that I didn't plan on using for today. But let's just check and see. You never know. Sometimes the bite changes up, so you have to change with it. I'm going to throw this shaky head down there on them. Just flip that right out there to where those fish are at. All right, so here go the fish. You guys see the fish, you can see the trails. My bait is sitting right there, right at the bottom. So it's a little bit further off of the bottom now. Let's see if that'll make them bite. Let's see if we feel that little thumpy thump. All right. So the answer to that is no. They still did not hit that. So let's go right on top of these fish real quick. Switch to Sonar. It could be a shaky head. I mean, not shaky head, but a drop shot kind of a day. All right, so we're right on top of those fish now. We're going to hit spot lock. And so there go the fish. You guys see them on Sonar. And there they go, following my bait down. We're sitting right on top of these fish. Fish right there. There's some more fish right here. They went straight down to that bait. And let's just see. Ken says, I don't think they are bass. Ken says, how are you hooking that? I'm nose hooking it. All right, let's see. We have Hay checking in. Last time I felt a thumpy thump, I was, I don't know if that's good right there. I don't know if that's a good thing. Manic says, looked like a drop shot to me. Don says, let it sit what is that? Eat a sandwich. 3-pound bass on the way. All right, so let's go ahead and pack up and roll out again, guys. Like I said, we're going to be sticking and moving today. Sticking and moving. All right. All right, sticking and moving. Right, let's see. All right, so we're just gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving around, going to random points until we find some active fish is pretty much the goal, guys. Okay, I was looking to see if I could add somebody in, allow video, locations. No, I was checking to see if I could add somebody else on the live with me, guys, but I don't have it set up to be able to do that. Let me see. Ken says, never seen a nose hook that far back. So I make sure the point of that, the tip of that hook is sticking out the front just a little bit. Right, D.O. Peck Fisher says, do I know the record largemouth on Lake Lanier? I do not, but I'm pretty sure if you just do a quick Google search, it'll probably come right up. But whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it happened years ago because this lake has definitely changed. All right, Texas Noob says, Money, when will your knob be in for that graph on the co-angler seat? I have not even ordered that knob yet. So I don't, I just have to take the time to order it. All right, let's see. Crosby says, Money, I just joined. Have you caught any yet? No, sir. We have been finding those fish, but the issue for today is finding active fish. So you just never know. You never know. So that's why I'm covering water today. All right, Ken says, but you lose the action of the worm. I put mine only a 1/16 back. All right, guys, time is ticking on us. I think we may only have about 30 more minutes out here. So I'm gonna speed up this process. We're gonna stick and move a little bit faster now. Yeah, buddy says, what advice would you give a new fisherman with a boat? I would say safety first. Get you an inflatable life vest that you can leave on at all times whenever you are fishing. A lot of people prefer to have the original style life vest on that's not inflatable. But when I'm out here, I always keep an inflatable life vest on because I do not take it off, especially when I'm out here by myself. So that would be my first thing. And just take your time with the boat. There's no need to rush because accidents can happen whenever you're rushing and doing things. Just take your time with it. So I know that's outside of the fishing side of it, but you definitely want to always make sure you are safe. You want to stay safe first and put your life vest on basically whenever you are backing the boat into the water. All right, let's see. I see something out there. Let's see, guys. Oh my goodness, there they go out there schooling. Water's a little more choppy out here where I'm at now. So I found a place where they're schooling. How about that? But now let's see if they will act right for me. All right, we're currently in 16 foot of water. Crosby the goat says, dude, I try to go fishing a lot and I usually use a spinner or rubber crawl. All right, and let me see, what do you use? Man, I use a little bit of everything. Take a look at all these rods I currently have on the boat. And I put most of them back in the rod locker. So there's 3 right there, 2 over there. I don't even know how many I have down here. There's a spinner bait, a drop shot, a popper. There's all kinds of stuff that I'm out here using, trying to get these fish to, and I just do that until I find what the fish are getting active on. All right, I see some fish coming into play now. All right, here they come, guys. Let's see. All right, let's hit them with the shaky head. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. All right, so these are the fish all out through here. They're moving around. I couldn't get them to come up. I probably need to throw a swim bait or something like that out there. But let's go ahead and hit them with the shaky head first, so I don't pull them off of the cover. All right, Crosby says, what is your PB? My personal best spotted bass is 5 pounds, 11 ounces. personal best largemouth is 8 pounds, 8.57 pounds, so a little over 8.5 pounds. All right, let's see. Yeah, buddy says, how do you launch your boat by yourself? I would suggest going to YouTube and type in how to launch your boat by yourself. I know there's a video out there that'll show you how to do it. I mean, it's a little too something that's kind of hard to say, to explain over a live stream. All right, let's see. Do you read chat? Sometimes I get active and read the chat messages. What's going on, Fishbowl? Glad you're tuning in. All right, Crosby says, for fresh water. All right, Ken says, gotta run, Money. It's been real. I'll catch you next time. All right, going to get his new crossbow. All right, good deal. Tim says, is your baitcaster digital chip? No, it is not. All right, let's see. Crosby says, I got, okay, I see. Yes, so make sure you just spend some time researching and looking up that information. There's always, information online that can help you out. So you can see exactly how to do certain things, but always want to keep in mind safety. All right, so we'll see, guys. We have a little bit of time left out here. The goal for today was to get 3 fish out here real quick and head back in for the day, but things just have not been, the fish haven't been cooperating with me. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out here that's found them, but I haven't found those. Well, I found the fish, but I haven't found the active fish. Let me say it that way. Burning Season says, where do I sign up for the Battle of the Anglers? Oh yeah, make sure you guys mark your calendars for November 9th and November 10th. We will be live and in action on Lake Logan Martin, Battle of the Anglers. You will see 8 of us live on the water. We will be communicating with each other. We'll be getting active with you guys in the chat, so you'll be participating too. And it'll be a live fishing competition. 8 of us on a boat, on each one of our separate, eight of us on our own boats, and we'll be out there trying to make some things happen. November 9th and 10th. Make sure you put that on your calendars, guys. All right, got another knot in the line. Let me hit my spot lock. See if I can work this knot loose. Yeah, buddy says, do you ever fish for cats? I catch catfish every now and then, but that is not on purpose. So I used to fish for catfish a long time ago, but I haven't done that for quite a while. Burning Season says, I only need 1 day of fishing. Not 2 for the Battle of the Anglers. I guess that's what you're talking about, right? All right, so this is knotted up pretty bad. There we go. All right. The wind is picking up a little bit more where I'm at now. Burning seasons, what brand of braid do I use? Right now I have Power Pro on this one right here, but I also use Yozuri. Yozuri is the other brand that I use. All right, they're schooling out there, guys. Oh, goodness. How does that keep happening? I got that cast right in there while they were schooling. I guess that fish was already locked on to what it was going after. Season 1, episode 3 says, bro, did I just see Fishbowl? That guy is a legend. Where's Fishbowl at? Is Fishbowl in here? You know what? I think I have. Yeah, there we go. Fishbowl says, do you read chat? And I said, yes, I do read chat. I'm always in the chat if that's what you meant. All right, but yeah, so Fishbowl is in the chat. And let's see. So season 1, episode 3, Fishbowl. I think I have heard that name before. All right, the burning season says, try the new Suffix Sunline braid. Derek says, where are you at? I'm out here on Lake Lanier, trying to entice a few of these spotted bass to bite this lure that I have, and they are definitely not cooperating today. But we're gonna keep on trying. We're gonna keep it up because I know eventually we're gonna make something happen. Burning season. What kind of videos are you watching over there, burning season? Oh, goodness. He said your algorithm is messed up. All right, you said I'm still dodging the question. What's the question of the day? All right, Mary says, good morning, Money. What's going on, Mary? Any luck this glorious day? No luck with these fish today. I mean, they're acting finicky on me. I mean, where the fish are at, but I've been cycling through a bunch of different baits trying to see what I could get these fish to get active on, but I just haven't found that right bait yet. All right, the burning season says, what didn't you like about the BFL competition? So this is the answer to your question. The format for me, with all of the different things that have been going on with the co-anglers versus boaters and people complaining about this, complaining about that, I probably had, out of how many, I think there were 6 events, and I made it to the regionals, but there was so much complaining about stuff. I just couldn't, it just broke my concentration too much. That format just wasn't for me, to have somebody that was, that would come along for the ride. Yeah, they're there to catch fish, but the complaints start like the Friday before you even get on the water. And I was like, yeah, I'm fishing against people that could care less about what's going on with the co-angler and what complaints and stuff that they have. But we hadn't even got on the water yet. and the people were complaining about stuff. So to me, it was just too much. And I knew that format and that style of competition, I mean, I could compete with them, but it just wasn't, it took the fun out of it for me. So does that answer your question? He says, thanks. It's amazing fishing for sure. Let me see. Lake Ontario. Okay, so does that answer your question, the burning season? So that was the issue. So I think in that type of setting, it would be better for me to fish a team tournament. So the burning season says, I had a coat in a Toyota series. Dude had 15 pounds and was complaining on Lake Champlain. It's a good bag for a co. That sounds like a good bag on any lake. But yeah, so that's it. So for me, if I'm going to have somebody on the boat, it's better if it's like a team tournament. We're at that level of competition. Joe Winkler says, I see 10 Horse Monty just won a regional as a non-boater. Yeah, I saw that pop up in my feed. Lele says, hey, I'm swimming to you to where you are now. The burning season says 15 pounds is nothing in New York as a boater. Dudes just throw their fish back, but as a co, it's good. So did I, burning season, did I finally answer the question? Can you say that now your question has been answered? Fish penetrator. We have a fish penetrator checking in. Says, I'm here for the, what does it say? It doesn't matter. I'm here for the fish. That's kind of an interesting name. We had, I think Tom was here talking about he would date a mermaid. Now we have the fish penetrator checking in. Oh, goodness. Sometimes the names you guys have, it's kind of funny. All right, we have Haywood. What's going on, Haywood? The burning season says, let's see. I don't associate with many people. Don't have to listen to them complain. But yeah, when they hop on that boat, boy, actually, when they start complaining before you even get the day started, it's kind of rough. Yeah, Buddy says, I would like to enter tournaments. How would I start? So you would just search for tournaments in your area. I would start off by going to like some of the local tackle shops and things like that, and just ask about any clubs or small pot tournaments and things like that, and just enter into a few of those, you know, to start getting your feet wet. Maybe you can network and meet a few people that way, and then find out about other tournaments, and eventually just find whatever niche that you're interested in fishing. Haywood says, what you catching? I'm catching a bunch of nothing right now. So today has been a little different for me. I probably needed to actually run and just go to a different part of the lake, but I'm lazy. Sometimes I get out here and I get a little lazy, guys. I know I needed to take off and head to a different area, but nah, today I just wanted to get out here, relax, see if I could get a few to the boat so we could play the guessing game. All right, I see some fish coming into play. So I just made a cast right out here to where all these fish are at. My bait is going down to the bottom right there. I'm just waiting to see if one of those fish pick it up. Burning Season says, if they complain, just shut their live well off. We weren't even on the boat yet. It started you know how you have to call the Friday before the tournament? So it started on Friday. Man, I can't believe I broke my pole earlier, guys. Man, I hate that. Now I have to go buy another one because I don't think I have another one of those that's ready to go. Let's see. C219 Troll checking in says, just joining. How many you caught? I haven't caught anything but about 1,000 casts today. All right, let's see. A wet Anwar says, I love fishing. Oh yeah, I think I might like it a little bit too. Like a little better when they're, oh my goodness, I can see fish hitting on top way off in the distance. Let's go ahead and pack up and move one more time. Let's see what we can make happen, guys. One more time. right, yeah, Buddy says, what are they complaining about? I would say anything that you can think of is what complaints were about. Let's see. We're out here scouting around. I know there's some schooling fish out here. Where are they at? All right, so I see a lot of activity already, but it appears as though these fish are pretty much going to be the same as those other ones. They are not really as active as I would like them to be. So we're going to hit them with a shaky head. For fish that aren't as active, I'll just kind of slow it down a little bit. We are up to 123 likes. Want to give a big shout out to Stephen Dorsey, a big shout out to Joe Winkler. They are the sponsors of today's live stream. What I say each week is whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor of that show, because this channel is supported by you guys, the sponsors, well, the viewers, the subscribers, and people that stop by just to see how things are going on this channel. So definitely appreciate it. C219 Troll said, let's go live catching some crappie on Clark's Hill. I don't know. We might have to make that happen. Oh, my goodness. All right, we are at 123 likes. Let's see if we can hit 125 before we end the day. Let's see if we can get, oh, well, we just need one more like. Can we get one more like? And if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Really, really appreciate the strong support. and the tremendous growth that we have been experiencing. Appreciate everybody for taking the time to become a member of the channel. All right, guys, time is winding down for me. It is 12:57. I was planning on being out of here at about 12:30. So we're gonna make this the last cast, guys. The last cast is what you are about to see. So let's go ahead and get this cast, and let me just show you guys what we're gonna cast at. All right, so here we go. You see all these fish lined up right here? All of those fish lined up, and there's kind of a little dip right there in that structure, in that cover. So we're gonna get that cast right in there to where those fish are at. There we go. So that cast hit right in there where I just made it to. All right, yeah, buddy says just subscribed. Really appreciate it. Make sure you guys tune back in. If you are not subscribed, you may not receive the notifications. I may be back out here tomorrow. We'll run a different pattern tomorrow. Because as you see, this part of the lake, these fish were not really as active for me. Maybe I came out at the wrong time of the day. And my last cast, don't tell me we got hung on the last cast. And I think we did. So let's see if we have time. Yep, so last cast, we got hung up, guys. So it looks like that's gonna be all that she wrote for today. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. It is time for me to roll out, guys. I stayed out here a little longer than I was supposed to, again, as usual. But I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already done that, and subscribe. Also share these videos. I really appreciate the support. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next live stream.